Hi, welcome to Compassionate Cravings. I'm Carol Jeha, and I'm going to show you a modern twist to a variety of classic dishes. Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little special in honor of National Comic Book Day, and in conjunction with the city of Danville, I'm going to show you how to make Thor-themed cupcakes. So to get started, I'm going to do marbled cupcakes. So I got a chocolate cake mix and a yellow cake mix. I'll have to make two separate batches of cake mix, and then we'll put them in the cupcake, swirl them, I'll show you how to do it, and we'll go from there. So these cake mixes call for 3 eggs. So I use, in order to make it vegan, I use flax eggs, which you can see, which is per egg, 1 tablespoon of flaxseed to 3 tablespoons of water. So I have 3 tablespoons of flaxseed in here right now with I did 8 tablespoons of water instead of 9, 1 less. Otherwise it would make it a little runny. You can see it gets thick, kind of like the consistency of an egg white. And then we have our oil and our water according to the cake mix. So you're going to make it like the cake mix says. Make regular cupcakes. Just sub out your eggs, and I use flax eggs. But you're welcome to use whatever egg substitute, or if you don't want to use an egg substitute, you can use real eggs. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to start with my water, which was about, I think a half cup, whatever it says. What does it say here? 1 cup of water, 1/3 cup of oil, and my 3 eggs. I'm going to mix this up just a little bit ahead of time. Kind of blend it together before I add it to the cake mix to it. It just blends nicely when you do it that way. So real quick, let's give this a quick little blend. Just like that, kind of mixes it all up. And I'll do the yellow cake mix first. We'll just mix this up till it's well blended. I think they tell you on the cake mix to do it for like a minute or so. We're going to do it till it's well blended. Alrighty. So I'm going to set this aside and get ready to do the chocolate cake mix. Wash my beaters off real quick, and then we'll start the chocolate one. Okay, so the yellow cake mix is complete. Now we'll start the chocolate cake mix. So our cup of water, our 1/3 cup of oil, and then our 3 flax eggs again. Now, if you want to make white cupcakes and substitute the egg, you will get, when you do the flax eggs, you will get little like specks from the flaxseed, but they do come out okay now. Let's just mix this a little bit and incorporate it all. The chocolate cake mix, you don't see those little specks at all, but you might in the others. Maybe not so much in the yellow. Okay, throw in our mix. Do I have a preference in cake mix? Not really, I don't know. I grew up using Dunkin' Honey, so I just continue to use it. You're welcome to use whatever cake mix you prefer to use. I just have to read the ingredients to make sure they don't put any whey or dairy in them, or egg powder. So okay, our chocolate cake mix is done. Put this out of the way. Now, we're going to get our cupcake pan out. It's already has the cupcake liners in it. And we will put them together. Okay. So now we have our cupcake pan. Okay, so we have both our cake mixes. And now we're going to put just a little bit in each cup and then swirl it with a knife. So I have, trying to find the best spoon here, but pull this up. I'm going to go through and just do all my chocolate. I put a little bit of cooking spray inside these cupcake liners because I find they always stick. So I'm going to try with a little bit of So I'm filling this about a quarter of the way with the chocolate, and then I'll do another quarter of the way with the yellow cake mix. That should be enough to fill them. We'll give it a go. If we have to top it off with some other ones, then we will. Hopefully this will swirl nicely. This one's kind of thick. And then with my extra cake batter, I'm just going to put it in I'm not going to make all the cupcakes. I'm going to end up putting it in a cake pan and just baking off a marble cake. Or I could refrigerate it and try it again tomorrow, but I think I'm just going to bake it all off and into a cake pan the rest of the batter, because when you make two cake mixes, it does make a lot. To take my knife and just swirl this together. As carefully as you can. Back and forth, swirl it together the best you can. When it bakes, it'll all come together. Doesn't look like much right now. All right. Let's pop them in the oven. They'll go in, according to the package directions, they'll bake for about 16 to 18 minutes for cupcakes. And then when we come out, we'll decorate them. So while the cupcakes are baking for our Thor-themed cupcakes, I'm going to prep the decoration for the top, which is going to be Thor's hammer. And I kind of adapted this idea from horriblehousewife.com. So, oh geez, I didn't open this. Great. So this is a edible silver spray, and we're going to make his hammer nice and silver and pretty. Okay, here we go. Okay. Got them all. Missed this one. And then just kind of go back around and touch them up. It didn't get coated all the way. And this comes right off, so if you get it on your counter or whatever, it wipes right off. Okay, now we'll let them sit and dry for a little bit, and then we'll finish assembling with them. Okay, so now we're going to, I'll show you how we put the sticks in the hammer. So you're just going to push it into the side as gently as possible. We don't want to break the stick, but we won't want to feel that resistance anymore. We want to make sure it's all the way in there and going to hold, and then it'll be a nice hammer. Do another one here. Just push and kind of twist and put it in there. And then you can always kind of like squish them to reshape them. These are going to be so cute. All right, now we're going to frost. So I have a bought frosting, a white frosting, and I'm going to just give it a little spin. I'm going to put it in this pastry bag. And I kind of cut the tip of this off. And I inserted a decorating tip in here. Cut the tip of the bag. We'll see how this works. I have done it in the past with quite success. So I'm going to empty out all this frosting. I'm not a huge frosting fan, so I don't really make buttercream frosting. I prefer like a chocolate ganache or just powdered sugar on top. I know a lot of people do like frosting. So I figure every once in a while, if you have to use a store-bought frosting, you can get by with it. And you want to read it also, make sure there's no dairy in it, because we are making these vegan all the way. So I've got my little Ziploc bag made into a pastry bag with my tip inserted in there. You can see it. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Not come out the sides. There we go. All right, so we're going to pull out one of our cupcakes here. So I can support this. Give it a squeeze. Round and around it goes. And you can put as little or as much frosting. If you like a lot of frosting, you might want to get yourself a couple containers. I'll just do a couple here. Then we're going to come around here, and I'm going to insert my little Thor hammer, like so. I could have put a little bit more on this one around the edges. Let's do that. I kind of skimped. We don't want to have a skimpy frosted cupcake. Okay, let's get one of our other hammers. Yeah, there you go. All right, so our Thor cupcake. I really enjoyed making this dish for you today. If you enjoyed watching, please like and subscribe below. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.